is what are you benefiting from it? My sister, my Rachel and I are here right now. If tomorrow the president say, Dr. Patience Abedu, I found somebody who is better that can do this job better. I'm going to be replacing you. Do you think I will agitate? If they remove my Rachel, do you think she will agitate?
I'm not go ask.
So what is the
Go ask them.
problem? We're not even getting paid. This is a volunteer position. So people that sit in positions and do not want to be removed from this position are benefiting something. They're getting some monetary benefit or something else.
My patience. You know what? I'm just happy because intelligent Amazon. One thing I like in this thing is the intelligence some Amazonian women have. If you see the comments, you see that Amazonian women should be proud of themselves. You, Amazonian women, apart from some, are not pushovers. Cannot push us over. Women report, even here, some are saying, I was blocked. This is a sister I know very long time. I was blocked from this, from ABC. I just realized that I can open myself. Me, myself, I was blocked. I could not comment. I couldn't do anything. My own, I just opened. Thousands of Amazonians were blocked on this Amazonian platform. People who could have access to, they were blocked. Some are thanking God that they are back. Um, and then another woman says that they know that La République en France has asked Chris Ano to kill Dr. Sako so that the ship of Amazonia will scatter and the revolution comes to an end and life returns to normalcy. Yes, because there was a time he sat on this platform and made statement that people should leave the forest in Libya and go and start cleaning their homes small, small. People could start going to community schools small, small, you know. And then he said it the other day that they will do everything to do, if Sako does not want to go, they will do everything to do away with Sako, that he must go. The same statement that Paul Biya made on the 30th of November 2017, that they are going to do everything possible to bring down to stop what is ongoing in southern Cameroon. The same thing that Trump also said, that he was going to do everything with his surrogate to make sure that his surrogate goes in there and make sure that he's installed the president. So when you see people say, I'm going to do everything, but not in a good sense, know that there is a psychopath that is running amongst you. Because for somebody to say the cabinet was dysfunctional, we have outlined those things. Who was not dysfunctional in the cabinet? Who was not doing their job in the cabinet? I think there should be a whole sitting with all cabinet members in front of you here in this TV, so that let everyone say how the department was dysfunctional. Because when people throw statements at you out there and you don't get a response from the other side, you just think that they are absolute. They just say it as it is. It is a challenge that we, the women's department, we are telling all the other departments to come out here and let us know how they did not function. Because I know even in the education department, what they were supposed to do to require materials from where they could give to our refugees, some of them use it for their own advantage with their own private work. The same thing that this man did, not paying the bills for ABC, not um, paying, filing in for tax, but went ahead to go and open a large studio that he's sitting there and talking very fine. And then you turn around to say, lame duck. They give you money, you got a contract to buy farm tools, you cannot deliver. Somebody told us that when the farm tools will come, they will see where we'll hide our faces. My faces are here. I'm still waiting for those farm tools. It's not yet here. That is a discussion for another day. Because when people stay quiet, they don't talk. It doesn't mean, it's just that we are still praying that things will be fine. We will come to reasoning. We are going to function as a team. But when you see people you think you can sit down and function with them as a team, every day they keep piercing you and getting deeper and deeper. It is time.
Yeah. So, Ma Rachel, in terms of what is happening, we know that a couple of days, our president um, appointed a new vice president, uh, Mr. Eric Ate. And I was very, very pleased with that selection. But I must say that
My
I
patience,
was,
let me,
yes.
my patience, let me just control something. Somebody writes that when I was talking, they were not listening, they were not hearing me. I hope my voice was not being controlled somewhere.
Okay, because I hear you though. I don't know.
But you hearing me when I was
I
talking?
was hearing you.
But you can hear me when I'm talking, but on Facebook, I don't know if if I was being heard when I was
Maybe you should
talking
ask
a
them
few.
somebody to comment if they are hearing us.
Yeah,
Maybe somebody can write a
yeah.
comment if they're hearing us.
Somebody just commented, let me know that. Yeah, he said you are blocked. Yeah, he said you are blocked.
So,
So for some few
anybody on
minutes,
Facebook, if they can communicate to see if they're
I
hearing
was
us.
not, what I was saying here, recounting all this time, I was blocked. Please, technical crew,
Okay,
take
somebody said
care.
we are hearing now. All right, continue.
Yeah, they are hearing, but not what I was saying that was relevant for the Amazonian people to know. I will
Wow.
not, let it not be that. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, let me go back to what I was saying. That it pains me. It pains really me that my Rachel, that I had been somebody who always supports VP Abongwa, the vice president. I think he and I were in a good place. Um, when all of this transpired, and I realized that he wasn't really in the president's corner based on his actions or non-actions on things that were happening. And finally, the president decides to let him go and appoint somebody else in the name of Mr. Eric Ate. I would have thought that the vice president would step aside quietly. But let me say this on national television, that I was even willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. There are some people in history that are out there to correct problems, right? There may be somebody there that is seeing something that is wrong, and deep down in their feeling, their heart, they know that something is wrong, and it's up to them to make some corrections. But there are ways of doing that. The vice president is the closest to the president. If you realize that there's something wrong and you cannot have a conversation with this president, or let me even give him the benefit of the doubt that you will feel that if you go let the president know, then the type of correction that you want will not be affected, then you decide to go to the Restoration Council. The information that you are giving to the Restoration Council has to be 100% foolproof that this president has done something wrong. Let me rephrase. If Ma Rachel and I are working together, and Ma Rachel knows that I've done something so terrible that coming to talk to me may prevent the right actions from taking place, and it's better for Ma Rachel to take it to the highest authority. She can do that, but she needs to be 120% correct that that information is true and right. It cannot be hearsay. It cannot be allegations.
Yes.
Otherwise, she has to come talk to me that my patients, this is what I'm hearing. What is going on here? So I'm coming here to say that the vice president, I feel betrayed by you. You know that I trusted you. I feel betrayed by you. Mr. Chris, I know it's a different ball game. I feel betrayed by this vice president. So I'm saying that for the sake of Ambazonia, for the sake of our dying people, don't create a paro government. Because what Secretary Chris has put on the for one of his shows that I saw, that Sako creates a paro government. No, Sako is not the one creating a paro government. It's a cabal that is creating a paro government. And you're doing that on the blood of our people that are dying every day. If you're tired, step aside. Let's hasten this journey to Boya. Because all this distraction is slowing us down, is delaying us, is taking the momentum out of our journey. It's making some people withdraw, some supporters. So I'm telling this on national TV as mothers of the house that Mr. VP, please do not create a power government. I understand yesterday the president had a meeting, an intergovernmental meeting, executive meeting, and interagency meeting. And there was another town hall meeting taking place where people that were never part of the APP forum were suddenly added into the APP forum. You now understand? People that were never there were added to the forum to balloon the number of people that will attend this meeting. When you're having a meeting like that, what is the goal of such a meeting? When it's not a legitimate meeting, when it's not a meeting that is called by the president. President Sako is the president, the last time I checked. VP Abongwa is not the president. Chris Ano is not the president. So people that are attending that meeting, what exactly are they thinking? Are you thinking that
Magbe,
you're going to, yes, go ahead,
we'll give them the benefit of doubt.
that they didn't
When
know?
things are being introduced newly, for those LGA heads who know or who are accustomed of going into APP meetings by Thursday, okay, maybe they didn't get it that the name, it has evolved from Amba Peace Plan to extended executive meetings by Thursdays. What do we mean by executive? Um, executive people who work in the people who execute the laws that are made or that comes from the legislative executive, from the presidency to the cabinet to the county chairs, LGA chairs. Actually, that meeting was yesterday. Some didn't get the link early enough because that other fake link was circulating very high and often in most of the fora, and most people were called personally. They were called personally to remind them that I will send you a link, there's a meeting you should enter. If I wish that evangelism will be done for Ambazonians to come and contribute so that we persecute this war, and the monies they will give you, three of you, you know yourself, they gave you that money to go and buy farm tools. You know what has happened with that money. You go and sit behind and make another town hall and call people to come there. I wish you could just transfer that energy into calling people to say, come and let's see how we can build Amazonia, and not to go on that meeting instead to telling the people the truth. That is where you make your speech that it was never about Secretary Chris and Ma Irene. You go there, you go and lie openly. You still lie in front of the people after you spend months. that one woman. So for the LGA and County Health and Restoration Council members that sat in that meeting, let me announce it here. The president has already said that, or it has been made known that there is an intergovernmental meetings that will be taking place as well. But we have to be clear by Wednesdays or so, first and third Wednesdays. So if you are a Restoration Council member, if you are a cabinet member, you are in the presidency, you are at the county level, you are at the LGA level, you are at the ANSC, all the branches that are functional, whether you are written in the constitution or not, whether you have been functioning to the benefit of the Amazonian people and the country we are fighting for, you are eligible to attend that meeting first and third Wednesdays. That is the intergovernmental. But when it comes to executive, extended executive, they are the people who execute the law. You know, all the treasurer, the financial secretaries, the secretaries of every LGA, every county head, all the LGA heads. Everyone is supposed to be there with their working team every second and fourth Thursdays of the month.
Mistake.
So before somebody will invite you to a meeting that you don't know where it's coming from, where it's going to, you will check yourself. So that's why Ambazonian mothers say, know your leaders in leadership. This is how we tie to this faction that we are letting you know. No, anybody can be, go to your LGA. The Restoration Council needs representatives coming from the LGA. Go to your LGA, make yourself there. No, it's only your people that will vet you and send you anywhere. We need people to be there so that by the time we get to Boya, it will not be difficult to hand it over to the people who will be ruling their country. Most of us in the diaspora, we have another nationalities. All these things we are here fighting here just because we have known the benefit of good governance, good country building, educational system, health system, and we see that our country, Amazonia, has this capacity. That is why we are there fighting that let our people even benefit from it by having their own country. If not, may just sit here and relax and be enjoying ourselves and say, who cares? You do MoneyGram, you do mobile money, you do remit to your immediate families. But the money that some Amazonians are setting out there to take from their own that God has blessed them, they contribute it and give to some rocks. They take the money, they systematically disarm President Sarkozy's government systematically by not providing those farm tools that they took money to get for the people. And then you as a leader, it will be difficult for you to go and tell people to still raise another money because they will ask you what happened to that money. But it has gotten to the point that they call them to come and say, what happened with the money that you brought the contract, you took the money. If it is a wrong thing I'm saying, let the LGS that gave their money and the county that gave the money come and say, marriage, you are lying. Let them come up and come and say it. I can host them next Friday, except you do not give your own money. Because the thing has gotten to a place that when you see people gather you to say this one woman, and then the next day they can't tell you that it was not because of me and this woman, they start looking for another excuse. It will not work.
Yes, it will not work.
My,
Uh,
my parent come. You said you were disappointed in the former vice president. You
yeah.
were just disappointed. Oh. Me, I was disappointed since April 14, 2019. I will not say what happened here, but I will just say that the snake you did not kill in Genesis, you meet it as a dragon in Revelation.
Ah,
This is what we are going through. Because that thing that is systematically working behind the back of the president, it has existed from the time we left Berlin up to this time. From the day he said, hide that phone and make the thing, let everybody see it on Facebook after
I
they
did
said
not see that
nobody
coming, my Rachel.
should,
I
should
know.
enter the hall. I was angry that day. I stood up, I shouted, I said, this is backstabbing because I look at the president's face. He was just like, huh? How could you do this? He did not inform the president. And that's what he has been doing. He went to Restoration Council and go and be pumping the lies that Mr. Nancho was already saying that the president is receiving 30 million every month from CDC money. It was the vice president Abonga who went there and gave that information to the Restoration Council. And they were happy that this is an opportunity to impeach the president. But what has he said? He said, come and subpoena all of my accounts. I see somebody is saying here that let the president come for audit. He has already said, ethics committee, send members, restoration council, county heads, delegate somebody, people to come. He's ready to give to his security social insurance number. You people go and subpoena everything. And where you find those money coming, report it to the Amazonian people. So because
Ma
when
Rachel,
sometimes the mothers sit quiet, it's not because we don't know what is going on, but we keep praying that it should be better. And for us to sit yesterday and hear that people who are not even contributing to the struggle, people who are not doing anything, sat somewhere and say they are impeaching the president and they are planning to send the bill to the Restoration Council. I'm asking myself that
well,
uh, uh, are they sick or what?
that
Or
is
what
that is
moral justification do they have?
that is dead on arrival. But let me say this.
We don't even like that statement because some people
Yeah,
they don't even know when to use. Sorry, Martin.
yeah. Let me say this. That my disappointment is based on, we really didn't know people until we came to this struggle together. Most of us are just learning about each other, our daily interaction and all the like. We can only go by that. Some people had a relationship before this struggle for independence. Others just formed a relationship during the course of this time. But I would say that I trusted this individual, uh, because I don't want to take us back. But when it came to money from my area here, Cameroon, Southern California, we gave money to a project that we keep on asking, and I will hear the word trust me, and I trust it until now that I've been failed. But I will not even go there. I want to go to a different direction. I want to go ask that there should not be a case where a vice president that has been let go will convene another meeting to bring people. Are you trying to challenge the president who is president? What is those who are following you? What is going on? Are you going to suddenly have your own new president and it's not going to be President Sako? Are we not fighting for one purpose only to go to Boya? What crime has this president committed so much so that you think that you should go to a meeting convened by a person that has been let go to challenge the president? That doesn't make sense. That is not right. Each and every one of you belongs to an LGA. Each and every one of you belongs to a county. I'm talking about those who attended that meeting. The counties and the LGAs have a structure in place. They have to be loyal to the institutions that are in place. If they have not seen any just cause why this president should be shown the way that these few people have caused, they cannot follow you guys. So it's a waste of time. And that is the modus operandi of La Republique. Divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. That's where the division is coming. And Mr. Vice President, former Vice President, you are fueling it. You are entertaining it. I'm saying that those who attended that meeting yesterday, not knowing where they were going to, and just sat there and listened, you could be excused. Hopefully, these same people do not convene another meeting next time and you attend. You make a mistake one time, it's a mistake. You do it a second time, it's intentional because you've been warned. You've seen the outcome. I don't know how comfortable you're in that environment. And then there were some of them who were in both meetings. Some of them were in both the meeting with the president and the meeting with the other people. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt that they were just curious to see what was going on there, and they are more with the president. Now you know, now you've learned. Hopefully, you will sever your ties with those people. But Mr. VP,
My,
former VP, or other government official or officials that attended that meeting, you're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. Follow the Constitution. Follow the Constitution. Don't be derailed by people that give wrong information. President Trump said Barack Obama was not born in America. He said it over and over and over again.
my
President
page.
Chris Ano said that bad cocoyams, that bad tire. He said it over and over again. And look at where we are today. Chris Ano is a failure. He's a dictator. There are rumors out there that he's under the pocket of La Republic. I don't know that. Those are rumors. So I'm not going to say that it's true or not. Those who know the truth, they know the truth. The truth always comes out. But for someone who created his own TV and since the creation of that TV has not done anything to further our journey to Boya by fighting the enemy, that is telling. If those who are supporting him see that more than 80% of his show is attacking President Sako and only 20% or less is attacking La Republic, that is a telltale sign. That is a telltale sign. So eventually, he has his popularity now, but that will drain because people's eyes will be open. He used to use the word shine your eyes. We are shining our eyes right now. The blindness is coming out. We're going to see Mr. Chris Ano for who he really is.
My pay.
Yes, sir.
We be there. We know when I be the year that thing say me shine, I shine. Me I not be know now. Now I don't really know. I'm not fine, fine because when something they happen in front of you, or you really know where it be very sad for me. Really, say as Chairman Frank be talk and say. That's some very sad thing for say people the way you eat with them when I do things together. You see one morning they just wake up, just they behave differently. You go ask
Yeah.
them whether now say they really there on that payroll where they dey talk, what it don't change. But I think I say if you want draw timeline, if you want draw timeline, you insert something that you go say, maybe, maybe. But then we leave other one for God because person where they already fall only you go try for say make e stand but any person wey see person wey don fall e go decide for fall too with the person then that person na e decision. The thing na say for as many wey dem know say dem wan make Amazonia homeland, dem wan make Amazonia to become a reality, they know what to do, they know whom to lis ten to. And for people the way they fit testify say we don come a long way, no
Mhm.
be now wey even La Republique dey start call we les Amazonie. International community call am Ambazonia. Na at that time where we be the big momentum, where we be the gain popularity, people America can make that article 6 wetin Mape remember 683 or whatever. Then
684.
uh, yeah,
648. Mhm.
yeah, EU too can endorse say make they go um, Swiss talk. Many countries can dey endorse say make na Republic go, and even now wey this football dey show say international delegates dem no come. Na that time wey we be the record successes na wey some person comot talk say the government be dysfunctional. The time where the thing just dey funny, e just dey somehow because but na the process wey we get to go through for talk out these things so that if some person can stand for your door say na the road this way we dey go, you go ask your person say why I go na this road. And you see some plenty people that they talk for you say, oh, do one na thief man, do one na scammer, do one na Now let's scammer go know the scammer. For me, we didn't narrate na way to go where we know say it happen in front of we. You know, every person go coin something say this one do this. Uh, this one no do that. For me, we no be deny say may the person wey open TV may not open TV, but the one wey be there for your care, you for take care of them. At least you for even pay their bills so that make them not lost their own legality wey they be get am for their 501c. You deliberately did it so that by the time you go open your own ABC go lost. You deliberately block people dem. Then you wan go you carry one of the console. Na for there wey you dey use am the Amazonian people their money you count console wey dey buy am na you dey use am now for your own studio. You know all those things dem e be very shameful so we can't stand for here we dey talk am. But me Amazonian people dem get to know because when you say this one woman, when you say a government was dysfunctional and we wey be know say e no be the dysfunctional, e be very sad. We just have to talk. Now, why we talk say the Ambazonia, the women's department opens up, and we never even open up finish. But when need
Yeah,
be,
we get for educate
when
our
need
people
be,
then. Yeah.
when need be, because we go tell our people and say, may una not think say President Sarkozy fear election and say that they try for tell una. President Sarkozy talk na say, as the constitution talk, no place not the election say they will do election. But if una don remember say election fine make e take place during this time, we go sit down for some place wey we go decide am. As I don talk before, e dey like how we dey talk say we go go for Swiss talk. Make la Republican make talk we for Swiss talk. So we no fit sit down for here begin dey talk say they no do constitution. If they say they wan ex ten d it by 6 months, they wan ex ten d 2 years. He say they cannot extend what does not exist. What they did installing that time was because he was moving from assistant president when he was still
Mhm.
assisting President Seseko Ayotabe. He was assisting. People said no, he should not remain assistant. He should be given the full-fledged presidency. That was why they were. But because if you look at the things that are happening, you will be thinking that that means there was already a cook-up plan to say they will manipulate things after 2 years to remove him. Because maybe they just put him there thinking that he was going to be a pushover pastor. Because some people say, hey, pastor too, pastor no go, pastor go fit take bribe. Like I dey see some reverend they hear that they talk for two sides of their mouth now. So they be feel say maybe not so they be think say the pastor, the Dr. Sakoto will be. But he became a hard nut to crack. Now why that way they start connive ways they now for movie. Poor man Irene, a woman like myself, or a woman like every other woman had to suffer this pressure from her children and from her grandchildren, from her children, for her name to be put on national TV every day. This one woman, this one cocoa spreading her legs. And some of una woman too, una open una mouth, insult a fellow woman for the way we una be doing best. But the truth shall prevail. Truth shall prevail.
The truth has prevailed. Yeah, people realize now
Yeah.
that, that it was
So
all a
anyhow
ploy.
way, yeah. Any now way it don't show say now it's self talk am. If there was never it was never Ma Irene
But
and Secretary Chris, it was a
yeah,
dysfunctional government. Wait, I don't tell all una Dr. Tita, uh, HSS, foreign affairs, economics and natural resources, education, all of una, I go start send una invitation. May una come for here,
yeah,
can talk how dysfunctional
dysfunctional
una
you are.
department.
Exactly.
I go call all the county chair, dem make dem come, can talk how dysfunctional the system be. And then restoration council, I go call una too, make una can talk for here how dysfunctional una be for restoration council. Because as far as we know, you people were functioning until somebody came into the restoration council and come and tell you people that this one cocoa. Then from there, Amazonian people start wait say, may una bring the results. Wait till restoration council start don't talk. ESSF thought say why the case was in the restoration council. So while the case is still the restoration council, una want am make una talk say make this statement say una dey dysfunctional may become a reality because up to now they can't report on a case. Wait, una don't do. They not bring on
Absolutely.
evidence. They not bring on evidence. There is no evidence from the witness. The way they bring and may come in front of una. They not bring on witnesses. Then una say not come out for can call the thing as it is. Una did it because una want remain dysfunctional. Then I wanna not be President Sako or not be cabinet or whatever.
You know what I think? You know what I think, my Rachel? This is what I think happened. And it just occurred to me now. And this is what I think happened. I think that from that letter where former Secretary be writing for March, if they also get conversation with people then for the other government, for the KIG, because if you want to invite them, may they all come, may they find one government. It also don't get conversation with the chairman of the Restitution Council. Because when I know say the chairman of the Restitution Council, he not really like with president. I'm sorry to say that. They may have a work, they may work for Ambazonia, but they not be friends. They not be in a friendly, they not get a friendly relationship where one will pick up phone and say, okay, maybe we should do this, maybe we should do this, which is unfortunate. It has its advantages and disadvantages. Me, I just say, when this former Secretary of State be decide for go for say use all these excuses and for go for Restitution Council, it was just setting the stage. So when you don't go for Restitution Council, condemn this president for talk about the dysfunctionality of the cabinet or the government, that will give grounds for the Restitution Council to say, okay, we must have an election to get this president. It was all a plan that had tentacles all around the place, where some members of the Restitution Council were involved, some people in Kundingi were involved, and other places. That's what really happened. And of course, La Republique. But unfortunately, we always say now God ordained struggle. The truth comes out, and Bazona see people that they shine their eyes and they stand firm. Say, no, we need to follow the constitution. So much so that Restoration Council, they go write their own letter. They wrote a letter in October. Said they will give the president another 2 years. And then after Mr. Chris Ano go there, they reverse them. Say, no, we go do them in 6 months. They write another letter for January. Say they go do them again for 6 months. Who are they listening to? You go listen for one way they lie over and over again, believe the person, over the person where they do work for see what did happen for ground zero. The action is on ground zero. It's not in the diaspora with all this drama. Mr. Chris Ano is a
Hmm.
failure. He failed his own department, and he wants to put this struggle on hold. These are his own words. He doesn't mind putting the struggle on hold to fix the problem. What is he fixing? And putting what on
What is
hold?
even the
They're killing
problem?
people on the ground.
Because
They're killing our sons
some
and
people
daughters every day. Will La Republic put that on hold? When I say La
some
Republic
people don't
don't put on hold the shooting on the ground, no.
so I never even
So
really
this
get
guy,
person where even answer me problem. Which problem?
I have,
The thing I say, MAPE we go dey go gradually because ethics get to come in
yeah, I
for can
know.
give us some ethics of the land.
Yes.
Yes, so we get to start begin the shift, make the lock in, so may we take ourselves. So MAPE we go
My
still
Rachel,
come
wait
back
for read
for
our
this.
letter before we go.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
yes.
we'll
And
not get
fellow
time again.
Ambazonian, maybe that will letter will carry over. Yes, our letter is already there. It is functioning, and we are going to read it. Yeah, let's make room for ethics committee so they can start logging in slowly.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So Mape, give a roundup so that I'm more roundup. I will leave the place
Okay,
for them.
so we'll read the letter next time because the important letter. One read them, then talk about the letter because it not be just for read them. We want read them, talk about them. So next time. So
Mhm.
I go round up by saying that, now we people that for ground that they suffer every day. We want may this struggle come to an end soon. May this suffering stop. I want to say everybody will get a responsibility now. May they focus on that responsibility. Make them know say they go be willing for give up their positions them when we get to Boya. We are volunteers. I see some people they say, oh, people they want that they support President Sako because they want buy office. What exactly are we buying? What exactly do we want? Are we trying to gain something? The answer and I say nah statements that for just put people then down. We are volunteers. And if there's another volunteer that is there that can do a better job, please come in and join us and take over and do a better job so that we get to Boya sooner. But one caution I want to give them for the people the way they know people them where they be joined this meeting yesterday. When I make sure when I tell them say when I know if accept the formation of a power government. This IG will follow the constitution, we will follow the leadership of President Sako, because you cannot have two masters sailing the ship. You can only have one commander, one director, one driver, one pilot at a time. So my brothers and sisters, I want to thank everybody. When I stay focused, when I not go for see any games for Victoria, when I stay safe with valiant fighters, God go protect una as always. Una stay solid behind President Sako because he is focused. He cannot be bought by La Republic, has not been bought by La Republic, and by his own words, will never be bought by La Republic. We cannot say the same for some of our other brothers and sisters. Only their actions will tell us where they are. But as long as they are doing things that are not taking us to Boya, you guys will see and you will know for yourself. You will discern that some people were not really meant to be here. And one final thing, former VP Abongwa, if you are hearing this or if this message comes to you, please stop what you are doing. You can still serve Amazonia. You don't only have to serve Amazonia as a vice president. You can still serve Amazonia. But stop what you're doing for the people that are dying on the ground every day. Don't encourage the dysfunctionality that is in what you call APP. Don't encourage it. The ball is in your court, and history will judge you accordingly. There are some people in that APP forum that are blind followers. They don't know what they're doing. So I'm speaking this directly to you, somebody who I think has senses in your head, your brain. As for Mr. Chris Ano, he's a lost soul, but I hope God will bring him back to the line, to the fold, and he should start working for the people for Amazonia. Thank you for watching. God bless you all.
Thank you, Mape. And if there's something I have to say is that thank God, God Almighty has vindicated Ma Irene. Because the person who said one cocoa, this woman where the worker spread the legs, this woman where if they not remove for IG, no go come back. It is self don't wake up talk yesterday saying it wasn't all about Secretary Chris and Ma Irene. Ma Irene, you're a child of God. God will hear your prayers. Because when you said, Father, vindicate me, let the people, let the mouth that curse me use the mouth to bless me.
Yeah.
The
Amen.
mouth has blessed you. It is a plus. We thank God. And this is also for every Amazonian. Know whom you follow. When people talk today, listen to them tomorrow, after tomorrow, before you draw your conclusion. Because it's not as we see it. If you just take it superficially, you will be carried away with the storm. We saw yesterday how the person that they say, let President Sako step down. Dr. Harrison could become the president. Chris Anu could become the president. Dr. Ekomon Mezo could become the president. The three of them, they showed themselves in that meeting, present with that same person. Who says what they say does not happen? Some people said it was a joke. It's because she was angry. She was telling us what was already cooking. But unfortunately, I know Amazonians are not, they know their leader and they know who is in leadership. And another thing, women in the women all over the counties and LGAs. For sure, you have widows, you have orphans, you have the needy. The women's department is out there stretching their arms. Come out from your LGA, be a facilitator, and help take the proxy and support the people from your LGA. Don't just sit out there and be talking. There's work to be done. The whole work is on ground zero. The people who are crying are on ground zero. People who are being killed are on ground zero. People who need sanitary pads, people who need clothes, people who need food. Women, come and let's see how we can put things together and ship even second-hand clothes to them. They need all these things instead of wasting time and be attending small, small meetings that will not benefit you because you think you can. Who God has blessed, nobody can curse. Because even me, I told Ma Irene, for example, that if all these things they are saying, calling you one rotten cocoa, and we are close together with you, if it come out that it is true, Ma Irene said, God will vindicate me. I said, Ma Irene, true, God will vindicate you, and God has vindicated her. And this is a woman whom, though she was abused, disrespected, trampled upon, she never left her seat. She kept working and raising money for Amazonians. Respected every call that she was made to come and explain herself. And somebody left office more than 2 months ago, never came back. Trace their track records, loopholes everywhere where they were. We are not happy calling your name, but we are just thanking God that gradually God is fighting the battle for us. And for many who are still going that pathway, we still have the money of federal marshal to still talk about. We still have the classification thing to still clarify people. We still have LGS that are jumping here and there. Because the fact that the women are not talking is not that we are doing our research and doing our groundwork. So that what we'll be saying on this platform, if you are conversant of the thing, you are going to say, yes, this is really what is ongoing. My brothers and sisters, our brothers are dying. Our children are dying. They are raping our girls. Our refugees in Nigeria are giving birth to and selling the children. Some of them are aborting anyhow. Some of them are having stillbirth. Don't think of the ones that have relatives in one man country that do send the money and then they have. There are many. Like I said, like in prison, let's say you have about 10,000 prisoners. Just about, let me say, 1,000 may be chance to have mobile set and Android to call you on WhatsApp. You send them, let me say, $100. 9,000 do not have access to those phone calls. And until you support the right office so that the money can get to them to even have bread to eat, you are not doing anything for this struggle. The brothers that are drafting their lives, until you follow the right path to see that they have sugarcane and groundnuts to eat, you have not yet started. And you that they give you the money to make provision, You cannot tell me that you have 100,000. You went the first buying, maybe you gave 30,000, they did not deliver. You argue with the person, the next 30,000, you did not see anything. At least you must come home with a balance to say, I tried 2 times, it did not work. This is the balance. But you just came and stood and said, all along we thought we knew it was a scam. When did you know it was a scam? When did you intend to tell the people that it was a scam? Instead of you to acknowledge your own, you say this one cocoa. Instead of you to say, you say this person must go and should not come and contest for election. On what moral judgment? Na true wey dey say eye wey dey see never see itself. Because if this eye for the see itself, you no know how e for be. So Ambazonians, may una know una leader in leadership, know your LGA leader, know your county leader, know who be your treasurer, know who be your secretary, know who be your whosoever, know them. And know whom you send to Restoration Council if they go there to represent the view of the LGA, not somebody that will go and be saying their own. There is a way for you to recall that person, so you people can recall many of them that you have already discovered them. That one, maybe we will still come to that one. Check themselves whether they are even paying CID they themselves or they are paying their draft,
Draft.
because many are there, they are not drafting, they are not paying. Are they representing you who is struggling to pay? Those things you should check. This is the assignment for all Ambazonians to free homeland. So while we are happy that our restoration forces are doing a great job to make sure that AFCON, there is no AFCON, we pray that God will continue to protect them until they fulfill their own mission. And while they fulfill their mission, you too should fulfill your mission by knowing your leaders in leadership. You pay your CID, you do your draft, and you as a woman, make yourself available to make sure that that money gets to that orphan child who is sitting somewhere in Isaje, that orphan child who is sitting somewhere in Isangele, that orphan child who is sitting somewhere in Alo. Make yourself and get that money, let it get to that child. Until then, you are not doing anything. Until then, you are a supporter of our enemies, our killers. And then when they call you enabler, you start vex. This was the Horizon, the voice of the Ambazonian woman on ABC TV, your national television, the people's television, with our CIC, Dr. Sako, taking us to Boya. No shaking. Remain blessed as you pray for your leadership and for yourself, for our suffering people. We bless us all. Wish you a pleasant weekend. Hope we see ourselves again next Friday. Goodbye for now. My patience, thank
Goodbye.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm. No election fair. The no one lose. Our Dutch man will say, they no want to lose last way. Associates.
We'll continue to stay the course.
Yeah. Till we get on, till we reach Boya. Until we reach Boya. We will never, never leave our journey halfway. Oh, until we reach Boya. We will never, never leave our journey halfway. Oh, until we reach Boya. Where them day? Where
This
them
is the
day? Where
People's
them day?
Television, Ambazonia Broadcasting Corporation.
Okay.
The voice of the voiceless. Bringing the state of the struggle on your
Thank you.
fingertips. Unmasking the genocide in Ambazonia. Reporting first-hand untold stories from Africa. Donate to ABC Amba TV every day. We the people must control the narrative. Internationalize the struggle, keep ground zero abreast and win the war. Cash App 240-486-8768. Hashtag $AmbaABC. Zelle, donations at ambazoniarfoundation.org. PayPal, support@abcambath.com. Thank you.
Watching the horizon, staying the course. It is the voice of the Amba woman, exclusively on ABC Amba TV.